Her door was locked. Not normal. Not for a Saturday morning. I knocked once, soft, just enough. A pause, then the knob clicked. And there she was, eyes swollen, lower lip trembling, 9 years old, holding a stuffed bear like it was body armor. "What happened?" I asked. She looked up and said the one sentence I wasn't prepared to hear. Mom brought her boyfriend over again. He tried to touch me. I stopped breathing. And Mom didn't stop him. Silence. My brain snapped into readiness. Hyperfocus. Vision tightened. Breath slowed. She was still talking, barely holding it together. I screamed, ran in here. He tried to open the door, but I locked it. Then he laughed and said he'd come back. My hands were still. But inside, a war started. The house used to be safe, ours, until she filled it with perfume and liquor and lies. "Just a friend," she said once. Right. Friends don't stare at children like that. But I was gone. Deployment had become a habit. So had her excuses. I'd always suspected she wasn't alone while I was protecting strangers overseas. What I didn't know was that she'd bring the wolf inside and hand him the key. When did she break? When did she start looking at our daughter as a burden instead of blood? I stared at the hallway where he must have stood last night. My gun was still in the safe. But not all weapons need bullets. Some just need truth and silence. She left the house later that afternoon, hair done, dressed to distract. Out with friends, she said. Her eyes didn't meet mine. I nodded once. Inside, I started collecting. Security cam footage. She never knew about the second DVR. Phone backups, auto-synced to the cloud I controlled. Text threads, photos, voicemails. She called him Derek, but his name was Andrew Carter, a name I recognized. Discharged dishonorably. 3 counts of misconduct. One of them involved a child. Sealed. I dug deeper. He was using a fake identity. His real one? Registered offender in another state. And she knew. I found the messages. She begged him to be more careful, told him to wait until David's back on base. And when our daughter tried to tell her last week, she replied, "Don't make drama. He's trying to be part of our family." She didn't believe her own child, didn't protect her. I saved every file, every message, one by one. She came home late, drunk, smirking. I was sitting at the table with a manila envelope. She stopped. "What's that?" she asked. I slid it across the table. She opened it. Photo, text, voice recording. She flipped one after another, faster, then slower. Each piece chipped away her expression. The last page, a printout of his registered status, with the date, and her message underlined. She whispered, "It's not what it—" I stood. She backed away. I didn't yell, didn't touch her, didn't need to. Because when a mother chooses a predator over her child, she signs her own damn sentence. The next morning, Child Services knocked. So did a federal agent. I'd made sure the evidence package went to both, hand-delivered. She didn't even know what hit her. They cuffed her while she still wore her silk robe. Derek, Andrew, was picked up that same hour, out-of-state warrant, his face plastered across every news site by noon. I didn't watch the coverage, didn't need the noise. I watched my daughter instead. She ate cereal while cartoons played on low volume. Safe. Still. She asked, "Is Mom coming back?" I said, "No." She nodded and didn't ask again. Some fathers wait for justice. I delivered it. No courts, no shouting matches, no fists. Just facts and stillness. That's the thing about war, real war. You learn to strike once, precisely. No rage, just clarity. She betrayed the only thing that mattered, our child. And I won't share a world with people like that. Now, I build new locks, new habits. And I don't flinch when she cries out in her sleep anymore, because she knows, finally, she's safe. And I know, some monsters don't hide under beds, they sleep in them. Moral of the story: betrayal from within cuts deepest. Protecting the innocent requires more than strength, it demands strategy. And the coldest justice is the kind that leaves no room for return.